Hello everybody and welcome back to the garden. I hope you're having a wonderful day. Today we will be talking about chitting our potatoes. That's right, I said chitting our potatoes. This process encourages new growth early on in the season so you can get a jump start when growing your potatoes at home. This process is so easy to do and you're definitely going to want to stick around for this video. We're going to be talking about how to do this, when to do this, and a little bit more about why this is beneficial when growing potatoes at home. Also, a little bonus in today's video, I have a comparison between non-organic and organic potatoes. So it's going to be a fun-filled episode. Let's get to it. So to start this thing off, we've got our potatoes, and obviously they're just in an egg carton. What you've got to do is hold your potatoes in an upright position in a sunny spot inside your home that is not getting too hot. You want it to remain between 65 and 70 degrees and you'll be set. Setting up the orientation of your potato is pretty simple too. You want to look for different eyes on the potato. You're going to have more eyes on one side than the other most likely. And the side with more eyes, that's the side that we're going to stick upright in our container. So step one, get an egg carton. Step two, identify the eyes and put your potatoes upright in them. And step three is wait. Generally, you're going to want to do this about 3 to 5 weeks before you expect to plant your potatoes outside in your garden. A good time to plant our potatoes is when the soil temperature is around 45 degrees. Now you can plant them as soon as the soil is workable, but they're really not going to grow that much until the soil reaches that temperature. Again, 45 degrees Fahrenheit. And this is why chitting your potatoes can give you a head start on the season, is because you can start growing them indoors. So you have several weeks of growth inside, and then you can go and plant them inside your buckets or pots or raised garden bed, whatever you're growing them in. You can then place them in there after you have chitted them. And that's why this is really essential to potato growing. It takes a little bit of extra work, but it is going to ensure that you get a harvest earlier in the season. So let's talk a little bit about the types of potatoes. If you don't have seed potatoes, if you're way behind, just like I was this year, and then we all of a sudden found everything sold out for various reasons I'm sure you guys are aware of. And so really all I had to work with was store-bought potatoes. You can do that. You can grow store-bought potatoes at home. This variety right here, this is just your regular russet potato, non-organic. These have been sitting out for a week and a half, almost 2 weeks longer than these organic potatoes right here. And the reason why is most non-organic varieties have a sprout inhibitor sprayed on them. That's why I recommend going organic, because they're going to sprout a lot faster because they simply haven't had anything sprayed on them to stop that. We've got a couple of tiny little chits growing there, but really not much. And with these ones, like I showed you guys before, they have stuff growing all over them right now. So much faster growth than these non-organic kind had. So that brings me back to my point. If you guys have to go to the store to buy these potatoes, get organic and you'll be just fine. The one thing you do have to watch out for when chitting your potatoes is long, pale shoots coming off of your potato. You want short, compact ones just like this, because if you have those long, pale ones, then you risk those breaking off of the potato and you're back to square one with your potatoes when you plant those in the garden. So with these short, compact shoots, you don't have to worry about that. They're not going to break off. You can put soil around this, no problem, and it's going to continue to grow and you're not going to lose out on all that growth. So if you do have those long shoots growing out of your potatoes, try and get a new set growing, or just if it's too late in the season, just throw your potatoes right out into your garden without chitting them. You're better off doing that than letting them sit inside when they could be planted outside and growing. So if your soil is above 45 degrees right now, then just plant your potatoes right out in the garden. They'll do fine. That's what all commercial growers do. That's what a lot of people do when growing their potatoes. Sometimes they don't chit these at all, because they can plant them right into the garden and it does save them time. But if you want a head start on the season and to get your potato harvest earlier, even maybe planting potatoes in succession so you get multiple harvests, this is a way to do that and compound the amount of vegetables and food that you can grow for your family. That's one thing that I do always emphasize on the channel here, is that it's so amazing how many vegetables we can actually grow in a season. With that, I want to thank you guys all so much for tuning in today's real quick, simple tip video. I hope you learned how to chit your potatoes. Make sure you guys subscribe and stay tuned. Hit that bell button so you're notified of every time we come out with a new video. Of course, we're going to have a video coming up on how to plant these later on in the season, pretty shortly here. And I'm actually going to do it in 5-gallon buckets this year for you guys, so stay tuned for that. Thank you all so much for watching. Happy gardening, and we'll see you in the next episode.